Happy Sunday! So you've come to find out another story about Jesus. So before we tell the story, I'm going to need you to go and get some items to help us tell the story. So you're going to go on a little hunt around your house. So are you ready? Because you're going to be running around and finding lots of different things for me. So what you're going to do is I'm going to tell you one thing you need. You'll pause the video and then you'll run off and you'll find the item. You'll come back and then you'll press play. And then you'll keep doing that until I say, all right? So don't start running though until I say the word go, all right? So the first item you are going to need is, you ready? A key. So you're going to find a key. Pause the video and go. Okay, so once you've got your key, don't lose it though, kids, because your parents won't be very happy for me if you lose it. Once you've got your key, the next thing you're going to find is, you ready? Something special to you. So something that means a lot to you. Are you ready? Pause the video and go. Okay, so I've got this giraffe because a few years ago now, I was at a zoo and the giraffe was my favourite animal. So Charlie got me this lovely giraffe to remind me of a very special day. So it's very special to me. So the next thing you're going to go and do, so this time you're not going to find something. What I want you to do is draw a picture. So you don't have to colour it in. It can be a really quick drawing if you want, or you can spend some time on it, whatever you want to do. Is you've got to go and draw a picture of something you find scary. So something you find scary. So I find spiders scary. Are you ready? Pause the video and go. Okay, so once you've drawn the picture of something you find scary, the next thing I want you to go and find is something either orange or red. So something orange or red. Are you ready? Go. Okay, so once you've got your thing that's either orange or red, the next thing I want you to go and find is something you would wear when it is cold. So something you would wear when it is cold. Are you ready? Pause the video and go. Okay, so the next thing I want you to go and find is a heart. So I've got a heart sticker. So yours could be anything with a heart on it, or you can draw a heart, but anything with a heart on it, or you can draw one. So pause the video and go. Okay, so once you've got your heart, the next thing I want you to find is something that brings you joy. So something that brings you joy. Are you ready? Pause the video and go. Okay, so the thing that brought me joy was a picture of me and Charlie on my wedding day, because it reminds me of all the joy from a very lovely day. So that one brings me lots of joy. Okay, so now you've got all your items, we are going to have a little look at the story today. So we today is what we call Pentecost Sunday. So we're going to have a look at, what does Pentecost Sunday mean? Hopefully today's story will tell us a little bit more about that. A few weeks ago, so reversing backwards, we were looking at Easter, when Jesus died, but he came back to life. So a little bit after Jesus had risen from the dead, Jesus actually went back up to heaven. So Jesus went back up to heaven. But what he said to his friends was, although I am not with you in person, so although you physically can't see me, although I'm not with you, my body's not with you like this, or you can't physically see me, I will always, always be with you. So let's find out about today's story. So Pentecost. So have you got all your items? Because you're going to need them. You've got them all? Okay. So Jesus' friends and helpers huddled together in a stuffy upstairs room. Even though it was sunny outside, the shutters, which are like curtains, the shutters were all closed and the door, get your key, the door was locked. Wait in Jerusalem, Jesus had told them. I'm going to send a special present. So get the thing that you find special. So I've got my giraffe. So I am going to send you a special present. God's power is going to come. God's Holy Spirit is coming. So here they were waiting. Actually, mostly what they were doing was just being scared. To get the thing you're scared of. They were just being scared and hiding. You can't really blame them though, because their best friend Jesus had left and Jesus had given them a job that they didn't know how to do. As they waited, they were praying and remembering how from the beginning God had been working out his secret rescue plan. Suddenly, a strong wind filled the room, whistling through the walls, rustling the straw on the floor, and there on everyone's heads, shining in the gloom, were flickering flames. To get either the thing that was red or orange, so on their head were flickering flames. Fire that didn't burn or hurt them. But here's the really special thing. Inside, in their hearts, they felt a strange heat, almost as if all the coldness, to get the thing that you wear when you're cold, almost as if all the coldness and hardness was melting away. So all of that coldness and hardness in their heart was going, as if their broken hearts were mending. And God was giving them brand new hearts. So get your hearts that could work properly. So because I got a stick, I'm going to put mine on. How it happened, they didn't actually know, but they knew God's power had struck their hearts ablaze, and Jesus himself was coming to live inside them. They had seen Jesus go, but now he was closer than he had ever been inside their hearts. So they watched Jesus go up to heaven, but they knew now, even though he'd gone up to heaven, they knew that he was there inside of their hearts. And this time, nothing could separate them. Jesus would always be there with them, loving them. God's wonderful promise to them, you are my child and I love you. Make your home in me as I make my home in you, Jesus had said. Heaven was coming into their hearts. They threw open the shutters. Sunlight flooded their room as love had flooded their hearts. And the little room was filled with happy noises. So get the thing that brings you joy, the thing that brings you happiness and joy. So their feet were dancing, they were singing and they were laughing. They unlocked the door and they went out onto the streets as if they had never been afraid. So Peter told people, stop running from God. Run to him instead so he can love you. And Peter told them the wonderful story of God's love. God's never stopping, never giving up, and never unbreaking, always and forever love. How Jesus had come. So, in here, Jesus had sent his Holy Spirit. Jesus had sent his Holy Spirit onto us, onto his friends. So I'm just going to pray to close. God, I thank you that you are always, always with us. I thank you that you live inside of our hearts. So even though we can't see you in person, Lord, you are inside our hearts and we see you all around us in your creation, in your world. and we thank you that we are your children. Amen.